What is up, everybody? Thank you for all being here, man. Look, another Anime Nights live stream. This is episode 14. Thank you all so much for being here, man. It is a pleasure to hang out with you guys tonight, talking some anime, talking all the good stuff that we love to talk. And listen, man, I just got off of doing a stream with New Blackstreet. And, I was trying to shout us out and say, hey, man, come hang out with us. I don't know if anybody came over from New Blackstreet, but if you're here, thank you very much for chilling with us. We're going to have a good time tonight. We got a couple of anime trailers, some new trailers to talk about. We're also going to talk about Jim Lee, all right, DC Comics president, and what he had to say about manga, all right, and how he feels manga is kind of leading the pathway when it comes to, comics. Which, we've kind of saw this for years, but for whatever reason, Jim Lee is just now figuring it out. So we'll talk about him. Sentenced to be a Hero. Look, we talked about that a couple of episodes ago, I think. Sentenced to be a Hero is dope. It's dynamite. It's great. I'm loving it so far. I hope you guys are watching it because it's a really good anime this season. And then, we'll talk on other things that are going on right now in the world of anime. But thank you very much, folks. Hit the like button if you have not already done so. 22 folks in here. Let's get more folks in as we chop it up and chat about anime. Let's see. Who do we have in the house so far? We got Budget Cat. I see you, Budget Cat, in the house. We got Stephanie Napolitan is here as well. Name is chilling out in the back. We're going to bring him on in just a minute. Thank you very much. Dragon Master Zero is also here. Shout out to Dragon Master hanging out with us tonight. Thomas Nazareta, he is here as well as, let's see, who else do we have? We got Space Ghost 777. Let's see, we got Fallen Angel. Fallen Angel is chilling with us. Darth Fart. Wow. Okay. Darth Fart is here as well. Everybody, thank you very much, man. Let's go ahead and get into the topics. But before we do, let's bring them out. All right. Our co-hosts, our guests who come on every week and chop it up and talk to us about anime. Anime is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm excited to talk about it with these fellas right here. Name is in the house. What's up, Name? How's it going, bro?
Good evening, DA. What's up, everyone? But first, DA, I gotta say, anime is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I think that is a pause. That's a pause, buddy.
Do I have a pause here? You know what? I don't have a pause. You know what? I don't have it ready. Yeah, wait, hold on. No. You know what? I get caught up every single week, pausing all kinds of shit, man, because I don't know, man. I just talk like I talk, and then all of a sudden they like, yo, DA, what you talking about, man? That's like, oh shit, I just got caught up again. I gotta come up.
I'm not gonna lie, DA. We didn't have this problem until like T started coming on this stream, because like I was watching you like way before, and then like these shenanigans started when T became a regular on the channel.
Yo, and that's the thing about it, man. T has always been that way, but okay, look, here we go. Pause. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got a proper pause coming through. Thank you very much. And then also coming to the stage, we got Angel, the casual reviewer. Angel, what's good, bro? How's it going, man?
Trying to stay warm, man. It's cold. Oh my God, it's cold.
How like cold is it right now? 7? 7. Woo! Yeah, see,
bro, you sure you should be using your power for the stream?
Yeah, I'm good right now, man. I got like 2 heaters next to me. I got my hoodie on. I got a nice little hot toddy, going on over here. So
okay. All right, you doing all right? All right. Yep. So invites went out. We'll see who else joins us. But look, there's a lot of good news going on in the anime world. And there's, of course, some good shows that are out right now. What are you guys watching right now? What's on your watch list when you go week to week to week? Name, I know we already know what you watch, bro. But go ahead, shout it out, man. What are you watching right now, bro?
Aside from the show that shall not be named, I'm watching Chain Soldier Season 2, Sentenced to be a Hero. DA, he put me back on Fate Strange Fate. That's been phenomenal. What else? I've been watching Dead Account. That's a great, it's a little slow, and it's like,
I got to get back on that. Yeah.
I'm really playing into like, yeah, this is just JJK, but what smartphones mean. But it's, I want to see where it goes. I'm still watching Tojima. They're still doing cool things. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's I think that's all I'm like, currently catching up on right now.
Okay, Angel, what about you?
I've been watching Senses to Be a Hero. I keep getting this. It's like a tongue twist to me when I say the name of this. Fate versus Strange.
Fate.
Yeah, it's like a tongue twist.
Fate,
I don't know
Strange,
why.
Fate. Yeah.
Okay, Fake, Strange, Fate. All right. That, and then I've been trying to catch up on, as you see my background, Fire Force, trying to finish up that season as well. And yeah, I've really been feeling Fate, Strange, Fate. Like that show has been very addictive to me. And
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the next episode. Like I like the characters. They're all very unique. They all have their own different personalities as far as them just being very cocky in some way, but still entertaining. So I'm really enjoying the show.
Stephanie said I started Free Ren and I love it. Free Ren is phenomenal. Yes. Okay. That's one of the ones that I just recommend every single time when I'm talking to folks about it. Go check out Free Ren. You're not going to be disappointed whatsoever. All right. It is a phenomenal series. First season, it's a little long, but it's well worth it. And then we're already, I think, 2 or 3 episodes into season 2. So far, so good. It's picking up right where it left off. So yeah, I'm enjoying the hell out of Free Ren as well. Yeah, I've been watching the ones that you guys have mentioned, obviously. Fate, Strange, Fate. I've been watching Vigilantes. All right, my hero. I'll say it since name is afraid to say it. I've been watching that one. Yeah, that one's actually pretty good. All right, it's. I'm feeling it a lot better than I was season 1. Season 1, it was okay. Season 2, I'm enjoying this a lot more. I've been watching, obviously, Sentenced to Be a Hero. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Hell's Paradise, JJK.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to bring up JJK. That was another one I'm keeping up with.
Have you guys heard that Japan apparently doesn't like what's been going on with JJK? Have you guys heard that?
I swear it's been like 3 straight weeks of drama. This week there's like new drama over like the new character that came out. I don't want to it's not a spoiler. It's like it's a cross-dressing character, and then everyone like in the West is trying to call them trans, and then like Japanese people are trying to say no, it's a dude that's cross-dressing. They don't use like she/her pronouns. Like it's still a dude.
Yeah, it's interesting because you're starting to see the cultural shift with that because they don't have the same hangups that the West has. You would say on some of that stuff, being a cross-dresser, being maybe even gay or LGBTQ or trans or whatever. Like JJK doesn't really, or excuse me, Japan doesn't really have those same issues that we have. And so there's a little bit of back and forth over that. I find it all interesting. Again, it's just that cultural divide. I like seeing that kind of stuff. It's interesting to me. It doesn't bother me. Like I've seen the episode. I don't see what the problem is, man. What's the problem that they got with it? I mean, I'm struggling to understand it. But to me, it's just, again, I just look at the storytelling. And, we'll talk about it when it comes to Jim Lee and manga. But the storytelling is preeminent. That's what really matters. If you can tell a good story, I'm in. That's really what I care about. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
Most people, that's how most people are. But look, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the topics, guys. Thank you very much again. Hit the like button. This won't be a long show. We only have a couple of topics, but we'll talk about them and we'll see how long we're going to go. This one I find is interesting. And look, I got to give a shout out to Name. Name keeps us apprised of all of these topics behind the scenes. Name is the one that's always saying, check out this story, that story, this story, that story. So I read up on them. He brought this to our attention earlier. Netflix has signed a deal to release the live-action Gundam movie starring Sydney Sweeney and Noah Centineo. So, I mean, is this going to go straight to Netflix? Is that what you guys think is going to happen? Or is Netflix going to run this in theaters first? Thoughts?
I think it's going to go right to Netflix. I don't see it going to theaters. And if it does go to theaters, there'll probably be maybe a 2-night special.
Yeah, I agree with Angel. It's either gonna be like 2-night special or it's gonna be only released in like select cities for like a few weeks.
Yeah.
You know, like, and you gotta like drive down to like fucking like hella or like, you know, a super like specific area just to go watch it in theaters if you want. But
That's a mistake, man. Don't y'all think that's a mistake to me, man? That's a mistake because I think Gundam is big enough to do numbers in theater. Do you think Gundam's big enough to do big numbers in theaters like Demons? Maybe not Demon Slayer numbers, but you know, at least in that ballpark, I think Gundam is big enough.
I
I don't
think,
understand.
yeah, I agree. I think Gundam because like for me personally, I like Transformers. So you put like a huge robot in anything pause, I'm more likely to go watch it because like those things are cool. Like I just want to see like a huge
Yeah.
robot like killing shit. And like, you know, Gundam is like it's in a lot of ways, and I'm tired of you like using this comparison, but it's such a easy and good one. It's like Godzilla -1. Like the Gundam is just a spectacle. Like the real story is within like the human characters and the interactions and like the commentary on war.
Right.
And the Gundam is there just to like, you know, complement it and be used like as an allegory for like, you know, nukes or whatever. But I think if they gave it the right budget and like, you know, the right like direction, like the CGI for Gundam is like it could be really good because like, you know, we saw what Michael Bay could do with the Transformers, like, and you know, whether like you agree with his vision or not, like those visuals still like hold up from like 2007. So
Yep.
you know, and we know what Japan can do with like a limited budget. Like Godzilla -1, they only had like what, 15 million, like $20 million to do with VFX, and
They said it wasn't even 10 million. They were saying like 10 million.
Yeah,
like
bro.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember like
amazing
he's
if it
like,
was
I
that low.
wish I had 15, 20 million. But I mean, if this is a Hollywood production, then like you expect like, you know, huge VFX and all that. And I'm assuming like the budget's gonna be pretty high because they got like Sydney Sweeney and like Noah Centineo, who's like, you know, I've been seeing him in more projects recently. So like this sounds like this has got a big budget. So I think I don't know how like the streaming numbers work in like in terms of like recouping like production costs, but I definitely think I agree with you guys. This should be like a spectacle thing to be seen in theaters if they do it properly.
Wasn't this
Yeah,
originally
for me-
supposed to go on Amazon though? I thought Amazon was in the running in regards to Gundam first. Am I mistaken in regards to that, or because I thought Amazon was talking to Sydney Sweeney in regards to, you know, producing and showing it on their streaming services? Or
I don't recall that one.
I could have swore I heard something like that. I'll look it up, but that's why I wanted to ask because I thought I heard something about that.
Hey, Stacy Gardner, check your inbox, bro. I sent the link to you if you're looking to jump on and join in on the conversation. Yeah, I think with Sydney Sweeney, especially with Sydney Sweeney, you know, being who she is, her star is rising. All right, it's absolutely rising. And you know, she just got the new lingerie going on. Like she got it going on right now, man. Like Sydney Sweeney is somebody.
I heard about that. I see people like saying like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. I'm like, bro, like we fucking LA has like hella graffiti. No one says shit about that. But the minute like, you know, like a beautiful woman wants to like, you know, do a little fun little stunt, like, you know, publicity, just like promoting her lingerie brand, now we're up in arms. So, like, come on, man. Like
Exactly. So to me, it's like Sydney Sweeney is one of those type of actresses that's, you know, catch the rising star as she's on her way up. So I don't get it. Like, you know, Noah Centineo, I know his rising star is coming through as well. So it's like you got Sid, you got Noah, you got a big anime franchise like Gundam. Like, why wouldn't you throw this in theaters? You know, but when Netflix gets a hold of stuff, we're going to see how serious they are about putting things in theaters and keeping them there. All right. If they're just saying, hey, man, we're going to throw this up for 2 weeks and then we're out. Look, that's what Netflix is going to do with all of those Warner Brother movies. Let's just keep it a buck. That's exactly what they're going to do. So, yeah, there's that. I think that Netflix honestly really needs to focus on, especially since they're, you know, trying to go theatrical. Hey, keep things in theaters for at least, you know, like to me, I think you should keep things in theaters for at least, you know, 90 days, you know. But if you want to do like 6 weeks, 7 weeks, okay, you know, split the baby, that's fine. But you got to keep this shit in theaters. You cannot rush these giant IP franchises that they're going to own with Warner Brothers. You can't rush them to home video. You can't rush them to Netflix. You know, that's going to lose a lot of money. So we'll see how that goes. All right, look, real quick, let me hit this super chat because we did get Dragon Master Zero. dropping a $10 super sticker. Let me see what he put up there because I haven't even seen it yet. Oh yeah, it's the little hippo. He loves the hippos, man. Giving an uppercut to the mix. Thank you very much, Dragon Master Zero, for that love and support. Much love to you, brother. Thank you for always supporting the chat. Everybody give Dragon Master Zero some love, because especially if you're a member, you probably got your membership from Dragon Master Zero. He's always helping out, and I'm gonna go ahead and give him some love in the chat as well. Dragon Master, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Here's a little super chat video from All Might, your guy, that is thanking you for the love and the support you give to the channel. Here you go. All right, so check this one out. Ghost in the Shell, brand new trailer, new anime dropping in July of 2026. Okay, so this is coming up later this year. I watched Ghost in the Shell when I was coming up. Did you?
I didn't, but I recently caught it like in theaters like a while back. I thought it was pretty good.
Now, what did you catch in theaters? Did you catch the which one did you catch?
I caught the first Ghost in the Shell, the anime one. I was trying to get this is a crazy story. I booked the sub showing, and then like they ended up playing like the dub, and like no one went out to complain. Like I'm not one to make a fuss in theaters unless it's like something bad. Like, and I although I prefer like sub, I didn't think that was a big enough fuss, so I just sat there and watched it. It was pretty good, but
it's one of the goats, man. It's one of the goats. It got remade into with Scarlett Johansson. I don't know if you saw the remake.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard about that one. I know there's controversy around that one.
Well, she's a whitewashed character, which a lot of people, complained about at the time. Look, coming to the stage, we got somebody else hanging out in the background. We got Stacy Gardner, another fellow anime fan. What's up, bro?
Yo,
what's up, Angel? Name, nice to meet you.
What's up, bro?
DA.
As always, sir, thank you for hanging out with us. We caught you on the member stream last week, and it was a pleasure having you on. So yeah, and Stacy will be joining us as a member of the staff or the cast or whatever you want to call it. Talking
glad to have
anime.
you on, man.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Stacy, are you a Ghost in the Shell fan?
The anime, yes. I guess I'm with Name on this one. The movie, I was kind of like, but the anime itself is actually really good because I was like, I love stuff that's gonna make me think about the future like that. I'm like, okay, so let me get this straight. She's not really a human. She's in a prosthetic body, and it allows her to basically do so much crap. And I'm like, I'm here for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's weirdly relevant now with the advent of AI technology. 100%, man. 100%, man. The major fits right in with all of the things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, especially when it comes to AI. But yeah, let's go ahead and watch this trailer. It's for it's by Studio Silent Science Saru. Okay, let's go ahead and peep this out.
Talk about a birthday present.
Yeah. Oh, is your birthday coming up in July?
July 15th. So now I'm looking forward to this, like straight up. No.
I like the animation. It's real clean.
Yeah, the animation looks good. It absolutely looks awesome.
Science Saru is the studio who did Dandadan and Sanda, and watching that contrast from those designs to this one, which is super in line to the original one. It just shows you how versatile these animators are, because you look at that picture, you're like, it's like these are the same guys that worked on Dadadan, on Sanda, and it's like two different like art styles. So I find that really, really cool.
Yeah, same here, man. I think that this definitely shows their range, if you will, when it comes to, you know, animation. Yeah, I mean, this looks phenomenal, man. I liked everything.
It pops. That's what I like. Like me, just, you know, like, you know, I'm new to this, so it's like it just pops to me. The coloring, the crisp of the animation, because you don't really see it that crisp and that clear like that. It's just like I said, I'm very looking forward to this. This is good. It's popping. It's popping. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm sorry. I'm trying to continue.
Oh, you're good, man. Angel, I'd recommend you watch the original series of this, because like if you're already liking this, you're gonna like the original one. It's basically like got that detective feel to it. So if you like detective drama, this is right up your alley, man.
I mean, I know about Ghost in the Shell. I've seen maybe a little bit of it, but I do need to like go back and deep dive into it so I can make sure that I understand what's going on with this. So I'm about to put that on my list next. So I'll probably be watching that this week.
So this is going to be a reboot of the classic sci-fi franchise, described more faithful to the original manga and vision by Masamune Shiro. All right, so that was it. Yeah, Ghost in the Shell is back. Yeah, I mean, as somebody that really enjoyed the original anime, I love it. I think that this is going to be a fire series. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they do. I have never read the manga, so I can't say, you know, what that's like, oh yeah, I need to really do this and this differently. But yeah, I think, you know, again, this is a classic. This is an absolute classic. The Major is one of the great characters, you know, in anime history. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yep. All right. We're going to move on with this one, man. I thought that this was interesting as well. And name shout out for sharing this one. Sword Art Online live action adaptation is officially coming to Netflix. So Netflix, once again, not only are they getting Gundam, they're getting Sword Art Online, and they're getting the live action. I gotta say, man, I am not a big fan of live action adaptations. I'm just not. I don't know how this is gonna go. What do y'all think?
I don't think it works. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It's just too much that happens in the anime that it just won't, you know, convert over to a live action. Like the CGI just isn't there for it yet, and I don't even think practical, you know, artwork or anything practical will work for it as well. So, I can't see it right now. Like I remember when I seen the Attack on Titans movie, and just seeing the CGI on that, and I was just like, oh, what the hell? Like it was just disgusting to see. It was just horrible, and I was just disappointed after that. Like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I was disappointed when they actually did the live action Death Note. I literally paled at that.
That is vomit-inducing bullshit. Like I cannot stand the live action Death Note, man. That's such a disservice to the original, man. It is such a disservice. Yeah. But yeah, it says here they got these guys. You notice no Japanese names here.
No,
later,
like, I was about to say that. Like for me, I don't think I'm as opposed to like, you know, seeing anime live action. Like I hear like everyone's like points, and I agree with them. Like it's so hard to like, you know, replicate what anime can do, because I think like anime and manga are just like easier like, you know, mediums to like what's it called, adapt and cross over, because like they both have to do a like art, which is like, you know, drawn. Whereas like, you know, when you do live action, you have to factor in like, you know, what humans can do. Like, you know, it's like, okay, we got to find people like certain like, you know, looks and like, you know, body types to be able to like do the stunts and stuff. But I think like if they have like the right vision, the right directors, I think Japan could do it. They need the budget too, of course, but they've got some like crazy like action directors over there. They got some of the best stunt teams in Japan. If you go look at any of their like tokusatsu work, like we're talking Super Sentai, like Kamen Rider, like they're pretty good, and they're shooting like, you know, for like weekly shows, and the stunts on those are like insane. And you know, it's like, of course, like really limited budget, but you know, if you go and look and see what they're doing on those budgets, I think like they got like live action anime has potential, but look, the problem right there is that you got these like Western writing teams, which I don't understand because like this was originally a Japanese story. It's like, what can you add to it that hasn't already been told?
Yeah, like when you see, the person that made Cleopatra and Altered Carbon, are we talking about the Netflix Cleopatra? Is that what we're talking about? Oh,
you mean
not interested in this.
You mean the one produced by Jaded Pinkett Smith, bro?
I hope
you know what?
Not
let me actually, now I'm curious. Let's search this name up. Laeta Calogridis. What did you do?
Sounds like a bad bowel movement.
Yeah, no. It's the Gal Gadot. It's the Gal Gadot Cleopatra.
Okay.
But still, man. Like, yeah, you ain't nah. This is not it, man. This ain't it. Yeah, so yeah, she worked on the Gal Gadot Cleopatra. But then you got the writer of Altered Carbon, and Altered Carbon wasn't that great. So I mean, it's like then you got these other Western. Patrick Massett and John Zimmerman. Hey man, can we get some? Now they do say Kirito and Asuna's actors will be Asian.
That's the only upside so far.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they did. Okay, yeah, let's make them. I'm surprised they didn't just let them go ahead and just be American as well. So yeah,
I mean that's for I don't know if you guys heard Your Name, like it's one of like the big anime movies. That one's getting like an American adaptation, and like they completely like race changing it. And their excuse is that they're using like they're changing the names of the characters. They're just taking the story, but they're using like they're framing it as like a Native American story when they do it over here. And I don't know if that's still in production or not, but that's like the last time I heard about that, I was like, it's like, why don't you guys just like keep what made the story like so like relatable to the audiences in the original place? The fact that it was a Japanese story, they had like these Japanese characters, it was in a Japanese setting. Like sure, like sometimes like especially in Sword Art Online, when they're in the online persona, like you have all these like different characters and such, but we fell in love with these characters and these stories because they're driven by a Japanese vision, not the Western vision. So
they don't seem to understand that. I don't know why they don't understand that, but they don't seem to understand that. Like we love we love the Japanese aesthetic. We like the storytelling. We like the look. That's what we love. And if you're not going to do that, then we're not interested.
And it's also what you brought up, DA. Like she worked on Altered Carbon and Cleopatra, not the Netflix one, but it's still a pretty bad one from what I remember. Like all these guys in like Hollywood, it just seems like they fail up. Like in Japan, I heard I saw it was making the rounds like a few weeks ago. I didn't report it. I didn't like send it to the chat because I didn't think it was like super noteworthy or anything. But it was like people were talking about like this manga getting canceled, and like I don't know if it was like an official rule. I didn't like confirm or like source check it or anything. But apparently for Shonen Jump, if you get like 3 canceled manga, you just can't work for them anymore. And it was that author's like last, like his last strike, and he's out.
Last one.
And yeah, and like I was looking at some of the stuff, everyone agreed like the art was good, like the dude just needs like better story, but it just shows like even they got standards in Japan, like they just
they have standards out there.
They gave that guy 3 chances, and like it's like he was a great artist, but like he couldn't write a story, so like they had to axe the manga. But right here you have like idiots writing like Cleopatra. Oh, that didn't do good. Okay, like what's the next one we give you? Let's give you Sword Art Online. One of like the most beloved like I guess you could I think it was one of the first like isekai or like otherworld stories. Does it? I would count it as an isekai.
Yeah, it falls in that category. Like name, have you ever seen Dot Hack, the Dot Hack animes?
No.
They fall in that category, which would be considered isekai because it's basically in a game world. So yeah, by technicality, isekai.
Yeah, and it's one of the first big ones because like this was the one like a lot of what people remember for like kind of like starting this like isekai or like otherworld genre that is like so prevalent now. Like Sword Art Online is like I don't know if it was the first one to do it, but it was like it was the best dressed.
It was one of the biggest. Yeah, it was one of the biggest at the time. Yeah. The story, I like the story of the first season. I thought was solid. I think it falls off after that, but maybe they could fix it. I don't know. But yeah, I think that if you're going to tell Japanese stories, I would just prefer to have that Japanese aesthetic continue and let some Japanese writers and actors act in it instead of trying to hijack it and turn it into your own thing. So I have big reservations of Sword Art Online. I'm not going to lie. All right. I got some big reservations on it. Hopefully it's not terrible. It's one of my son's favorite animes. My son loves Sword Art Online. All right. He absolutely loves it because he was a gamer as well. So he played a lot of video games. So that one just kind of clicked with him. And then he started getting into more anime after he started watching Sword Art Online. So, Angel, have you ever seen it?
Nah, I never seen it. But I mean, to me, the way I feel like about solo leveling, I could kind of feel that feeling. Like solo leveling to me is kind of like a video game type of anime. That aspect of them trying to level up, trying to, figure out how to be able to crack the code on certain things and get better.
Right.
So, I could understand and I could relate in regards to that. So if that anime that you're speaking about is kind of like that, then I'm interested in seeing it. Like I'm trying to grow my list.
It's not that necessarily, but I think it's good. I think it's good for the first season, or at least the first half of the first season. Like it's really interesting, but it just kind of goes off the rails at some point. And this is like, all right, I'm not really loving this as much as I was at the very beginning. But yeah, we're gonna move on to this because another live action adaptation is coming our way. This one is Sakamoto Days. All right. New official live action movie trailer. It's coming April 29 in Japan. Let's go ahead and check this out. It's only 35 seconds, so it's not a long trailer. But I want to get y'all opinion. What do y'all think of this Sakamoto Days live action? How y'all feeling about this?
君が死ぬ前に会えてよかったよ。坂本君。何の用だ？オーダーは殺連直属の特務部隊。殺し屋界の秩序を保つ存在や。見られちゃったから、君たちにも死んでもらうよ。まあ悪いけどどの道皆殺しや。
お行儀の悪い殺し屋さんたちは抹消します。殺連の規定に基づいて。
坂本デイズ。
クマさんみたい。
いらんこと言うな。君が死ぬ前に。
I'm gonna be honest, man. This looks goofy.
Yeah. Is he wearing a bodysuit? Like it looks like that guy's wearing a bodysuit.
I think so.
Yeah, he is.
Like
that guy is wearing a bodysuit because like he also plays the skinny Sakamoto, and like they cast him based on that instead. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh man,
they should have just went and got two dudes because even the glasses look dumb. Like everything about his look, I'm just like, nah, I'm not.
It looks too like they're trying to really make it look more anime than live action. The coloring is just too much for me. It's too bright. It's off-putting. Like
I don't mind Shin. I think Shin looks okay. It's like, all right, whatever. But like, and even like his name tag doesn't look right. Like nothing looks right on this dude. This looks weird as fuck. I don't know. Did you guys watch Sakamoto Days?
Oh yeah, love that.
Yeah, I actually last Sunday I actually marathoned season 1, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So I'm just not thinking this is going to work. I mean, I was somewhat looking forward to it. And now that I'm seeing what they're doing, it just looks super cheap. It looks like they're just trying to capitalize on, and maybe this works in Japan. Let me say this. Maybe this works in Japan because Japan is definitely a different environment and a different, from an entertainment standpoint than we are here in the West. So this might work out perfectly in Japan. They may love it. It may make tons of money and it does this thing. I just think that from the Western aesthetic, not looking good, man. Not looking good at all. But yeah, Chris Bolts is correct, man. Sakamoto Days started off slow, but ended on a high note. It ends great. If you tapped out midstream, go back and finish it. All right. A lot of people like, oh man, I didn't like it. Yeah, go back and finish it because it's a lot better. All right, it gets better. Yeah, exactly. Where's his apron? Like what is this, man? He's got a yellow shirt and he's got an apron.
And he's also like, Blue Sunrise is right, because if you look close enough, that's the name tag he wears in the anime. And whenever he's wearing that, he has his apron. So I can agree with Blue Sunrise on that.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Look, let me show y'all. This is what. Let me get a good picture of him. Like, I guess this would probably be a good look. Like him and Shin. All right.
Yeah,
This is
because
a
don't
good
he wear
one.
like a yellow shirt and green pants or something like that?
That's
Yeah.
Sakamoto. That's it right there. And that's Shin right next to him. So you're comparing this, and then you jump over here, and then it's this, and it's like, nah, it just ain't gonna work. I'm sorry. This just not gonna work. Hey, look, I'm not gonna shit on him too hard. Go ahead, Stacy.
The way I'm seeing this is basically who's ever in charge of this basically said, okay, I can't remember exactly what they wore or how they wore it. I'm just going to try and get that. And it never works.
I'll get as close as I can.
Go look at the cartoon. It's right there. Like, you ain't got to guess.
Unless they're trying to capitalize like on the second season of it, like the second arc of it. This, like towards the ending of it. I think they're probably starting from there. So that might be what's going on.
This is what they should have done. Be like, okay, let me see. Yeah, I need to be having him look like this. I need to be having this guy looking like that. I'm like, just get this. Just get this.
Source material. That's all you got to do. Get the source material and just pay attention to what they do. Because that's how it became popular. That's how it became big. You know what I'm saying? Name, did you ever finish up?
Nah, I still need to watch Sakamoto Days. Like, I've heard everyone praise it, so I gotta get on it soon. But this one like reminds me of like the Blue Lock live action that I've been sending you guys. I wonder how that's gonna look, because like fucking Blue Lock has all these like fucking crazy ass like power shots in the soccer, and I'm wondering like how that's gonna look in live action, because it's just like like, bro, it's just dudes playing soccer, but like the way like they emphasize it in the manga and in the anime, I'm wondering how their like the execution is going to carry out.
I think sports anime is probably the hardest ones to do, because they have like every character has like over the top. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no like.
I think
it was almost done though. It was almost done. Like that Shaolin soccer movie.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They should just go all in on the goofiness with like Shaolin soccer, bro. Like that shit was funny as fuck, bro. Like,
okay, I didn't see that one. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was from the guy that directed what was it, Kung Fu Hustle? The same guy that was in Kung Fu Hustle. Oh, really? That one. Yeah. Same guy. I think he could be able to pull off like that type of an anime live action if they gave him the chance to direct it and write it. He could probably be able to pull it off. Okay.
Yeah. I've never seen it, so I can't call it. But I thought that, when I think of, I think of Blue Lock, like you're saying. I think of whatchamacallit, Haikyuu. All right. I think of that. I think of Hajime no Ippo. I think of like weird, crazy, Kuroko's basketball, like where everybody got like some crazy superpower. It's like, okay, I can't see them doing a live action version of this. So we'll see how it goes, man. I'm not a big believer in, I love sports anime, but I think that's probably one of the hardest to adapt. But I haven't seen Shaolin Soccer. So maybe if I see
soccer is the easier one to do, because you're just dealing with a ball, like, that ball aspect compared to basketball, where it's more dribbling and dunking. Like with the soccer ball, you can make it into like a fireball. Like if you was to watch Shaolin Soccer, like even in the ending, when they're doing like the final goal and everything like that, the way that he kicked it and he's holding it and he's centering, it just explodes. It's just like almost like some Dragon Ball Z type shit. Like, it's really funny. It's funny and entertaining. And the CGI that they had at that time was decent. So think about if they were going to do it now with the money and the technology, it would be way more better.
It's a classic. You got to watch it.
I kind of agree. I have to agree with Angel on this one. Soccer is easy. I think soccer would probably be easy. The next closest sport they could probably do would be either
baseball,
probably baseball or basketball, because from what I heard, Haikyuu is basically a very good sports anime, and that's a basketball one. So they could.
No, that's volleyball. That's a volleyball.
Wait, I thought
Haikyuu is volleyball.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Haikyuu's
volleyball.
Kuroko
My
no
fault.
baskets.
Yeah,
basketball,
Kuroko's basketball. That
Yeah,
would be
it's-
good. I
My
would love
fault.
to
I got
see
that
that, man. Yeah, I would love to see Kuroko's basketball live action. I think that would be, you know, if you do it right, it could really, really be good. But there's so many like weird little, like every like like the last like 15 minutes of the episode is like 30 seconds, right? You know, 30 seconds of a
for
basketball
real.
game.
Like all of Blue Lock season 2 was just like one it was just
Right,
one game.
yeah,
And it was
yeah.
like they just stretched it.
They just stretch out that last 30 seconds. It's like, come on, guys. Facts. All right, let's hit to a couple of quick super chats. We got Everett Randolph, $5. Has anyone watched Blood of Zeus? What are your thoughts? Not me.
I've seen that one. That's on Netflix, if I recall. But I'm trying to remember if that's the one about the girl that wanted to fight like the gods and wanted to kill one of the gods, or if it was another one, because it's like 2 anime Greek, you know, animes that they have on Netflix. It's kind of similar, but
Oh, nice.
yeah, but they're pretty good. I know one is done by Zack Snyder. I think the Blood of Zeus
by the
one
way,
is done by Zack Snyder.
FYI, I got Wendy's coming.
Oh,
I might have to step away for a second,
go,
just so y'all are
let's go.
aware. Y'all
You
might
got
have
the
to run the
$8
show
bag?
for
You got the
about.
$8 bag?
Yeah, I got the
Got the
$8
$8
bag with a
bag.
frosty. $8 bag with a frosty. It's on its way. They just sent me a message. It will arrive soon. Have your lights on, all that stuff. So I might have to step away for a second. We also got Draconis dropping 1 Derek the DA membership. Shout out to Draconis. Thank you very much, sir. So we got a gifted membership that just got gifted. Everybody, thank Draconis. And if you got that gifted membership, give them some love. And don't forget, you can watch all the nightcaps on the replay. You can also watch or participate in member streams. All right, we'll have a member stream sometime mid-February, so in a couple of weeks. So check for that as well. Thank you very much, Draconis. Thank you very much, Everett Randolph, for the super chat love. Let's give a little bit of love to that before we move on to the next topic. First of all, super chats. Here you go. And then for the new member that just joined, courtesy of Draconis, welcome aboard. And just like that, the Wendy's has arrived. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up. And I'm going to let y'all talk about this. Anime and manga piracy reportedly cost Japan $38 billion in 2025, up from $13 billion in 2022. That is wild. That is a wild number. I'm going to let you guys talk about that while I go grab my grub. I'll be right back.
Man,
Yeah.
can't catch a break,
Bro,
for
I
nothing.
know that's why they've been cracking down recently on like the sites, bro. I know they're heated looking at that number, bro.
Damn.
And look, what I'll say about this for like I have a more like nuanced perspective on it because like I know like people who do it and I also do it, but we give back in like various other ways. Like if I find a series I'll just give you the easiest one, My Hero. I'll invest like in heavily in that series, like outside of like the subscription. Like I view piracy as a try it before you buy kind of thing. Because like I want to like we go through like so many anime, but like and I only have so much money to spend. So like I'm really just like trying to see like which animes are worth spending my money on, and if it's really worth spending my money on, like I'll go all in on them. Like I've collected all of the English volumes of the mainline My Hero. I have both the English and Japanese versions of Vigilantes. I have a few like Vigilantes figurines. I have a few like My Hero figurines. Like for me, like this money doesn't just disappear. Like I'll reinvest in other ways. Like a big one like Anime Expo. Like I have to really watch myself Anime Expo because like I tend to go crazy there, and I don't think I would be spending as much on anime if I had to pay like the subscription like every month or every year or like however long it is. And it's also like the problem of like even though Crunchyroll has been like is like essentially the Netflix of
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
anime at the moment, they don't have every series because like, and I know this because whenever they do their like little anime awards, the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, they'll only ever put up like anime that they produce. It's never
Yeah.
like if it's like something from like I'll give you this is an easy one. Eminence in Shadow, that's a high dive show, and no matter how good it is, that's not gonna be like on the Crunchyroll Anime Awards because it wasn't made by Crunchyroll. So like although they are like it feels like they're all encompassing, they're still like missing a few things.
Yeah.
And not to mention like that's not to mention like a lot of the stuff that they don't have because it's like it's too old or they just don't have the licensing rights to it. And so like there are a lot of these like legal gray areas where I think like pirate sites are. Like I understand from like the financial and the business side, like you don't want to lose money and you just don't like seeing like people like use your product. And there are gonna be like people who are just like, who will pirate and just like never give back to like, in other ways. But like for in my case, in my friend's case, and he spends way more money than me, we use like we take like some of the we use the money that we don't we take the money that we don't use on streaming to like in other areas of anime enjoyment. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say right now.
I don't know.
Sorry.
For me, I've been around for a minute, so pirating is in my blood. Ever since I've been recording music off the radio on my little tape deck. So I've always been into stuff like that. But for me, when it comes to pirating, I look at it as I'm only going to do it when it comes to something I don't really have the access for it. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't have the access for that particular anime, then yeah, I'll go look for it on a pirating site. You know what I mean? But other than that, I would always try to pay for the subscription, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot more people know more about the pirating sites more than I do. I look at it like the iPhone and the Google phones. Like most people have Google and Android phones because they want to pirate music and they want to pirate videos. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, iPhone, they'll give you that access, but they're not going to let you pirate.
Yeah.
So it's like it just depends on how you're going to go about it. If you want that access all the time, you can pirate it with Google. But if you still want some of that good access, good quality, being able to see everything without it, corrupting anything or doing anything wrong, you're going to go with your iPhone. So it just depends on the person. Like I said, I just do it sparingly when there's not that content on that website. Then I'm going to go out there and I'm going to look for it somewhere else.
Right. Like you said, it's I only I would only record it if it's something like I really want it, but I can't like go get it with ease. But other than that, I'm paying for it like happily.
Yeah. Oh,
hey, look, I pay for my Crunchyroll. I pay for High Dive. I want I know some people don't like Crunchyroll and some people don't like, the anime and that's fine or High Dive. And there's people that have different feelings on these things. But the way I see it is, look, I have to be honest and true to the people that are making this stuff. I have to figure that some way or another, this money is getting back to the people that are actually giving me the entertainment. You know, that's just me. I'm not saying that nobody else. I know a lot of people that pirate. I don't hold them accountable. I can only talk about myself and what I do, But I mean, $38 billion, it's a lot of fucking money. Let's just keep it a buck. All right. Yeah. One second. Keep talking. I'm sorry.
I mean,
they're going to tighten up on that, though. I'm pretty sure they will. They're going to figure out to channel it through one entity where they could really be able to, watch what's being pirated and be able to track what's going on. Because, I mean, like I said, pirating has been around forever, dude.
And it's gonna continue to be around because, like, even though they took down the big one, which Bato TO, that's the big one that they took down recently, that pirate site. I'm pretty sure like there are like several more that they have in like somewhere else. So, but I was seeing that because I was reminded of that one because like they're talking about like how they were like manga that you can't access like legally because it's like super obscure and like no one has to scan for it anymore, or because of like licensing issues. And now like that site is gone, like there's pretty much access to that unless you can find it on the other site. No one has access to it because the official channels don't have it.
It's
so like
gone.
that's another. So like it's a very like difficult situation.
Yeah, for me, it's just, again, I keep it to the point where I just want, like, I think about myself. Like, how would I like if I created something and then people are just pirating it and enjoying it, but not paying me for it?
Exactly.
That I would feel bad. I would be pissed off. Go ahead, Stacey.
It's kind of like what like people who do fan stuff of it do. They always say in the beginning or the end of it, they'll always say, make sure to support the official release. And that's what I try to do. I want to support the official release. If it's like My Hero, I will support it. If it's Arifureta, I will support it. If it's something good that I know I like, I will support it until the day I die, no matter what.
Exactly. Yep, I agree. Like that, to me, that's what we as audience members and fans of this stuff should do. But yeah, so look, this is like triple basically what it was 2 or 3 years ago. So it seems like every year it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. From 13 billion 3 years ago, or well, now 4 years ago, but $38 billion last year, and you got to figure Japan is going to start cracking down on this shit.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's the popularity is getting. Sorry.
That's what you're saying. You were talking about it earlier. I'm sorry, I stepped away, so I didn't know what the conversation was. But yeah, I think they got to crack down on it, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's a lot of cats all over the world that are getting, a lot of entertainment out of Japan, and in the meantime, Japan is losing $38 billion off of that. And you want to, you should want to make sure that these guys are getting paid in full, instead of having to nickel and dime. We hear the stories about what happens in some of these anime studios. These cats be going through it. They working under a tight schedule. They working like slaves. They working them to the bone. Man, let's go. Crack it. Like RDC World has done so many like little skits and jokes about that. But it's true. So to me, I've always said, yeah, let me just go ahead and pay for the things that I enjoy, instead of trying to pirate it. That's just me. I'm not holding anybody to that, but that's just how I look at it. What is some of y'all saying? I watch a lot of really old 90s and 80s anime that you can only find on pirate sites. And see, that's the thing. Like, if you can only find it on a pirate site, then you're going to start using pirate sites for your go-to, right? So what you got to start, saying is, hey, hey, Crunchyroll, why don't you put some of this old stuff on, and then I'll pay for it, but if you're only going to give us new stuff and you're not going to go back and give us some of those old series, then yeah, people are going to find their way to the pirate sites, so, I understand that side of it as well. 68 billion US, 6 trillion Japanese yen, DA. That's a lot of money to pirate anime and manga. Yeah. Man, that's crazy shit, man. That's crazy. Dakota Legend, piracy is a service issue. Either it's too expensive or it's not available. Otherwise, you lost 38 billion. Do something about it. Exactly. And again, that goes right back to what Blue Sunrise is saying. All right, if he's watching like 90s and 80s and old anime and it's not available on Crunchyroll, I don't know which anime he's watching. There's a lot of old shit available on Crunchyroll, but if you're not finding what you're looking for, then yeah, people are going to do what they got to do, So that's a problem as well. Here's Shalifi says piracy is good. Come on, Shalifi. Piracy is great. I think I heard you say, Name, that you still give back through purchasing merch.
Dude, like the amount of money I've spent on like merch outweighs the amount of money I would have spent if I was just paying for a subscription service. Like I own like. What are you gonna say? Sorry, what's your question?
How much in merch you buying though?
Okay, just on My Hero alone. Let's do My Hero. We're not okay.
Did you really want to ask that?
I own the entire My Hero English volume collection. I own the English and Japanese volume collections of Vigilantes.
Oh, wow.
I have a few My Hero
Okay.
statues. I have some My Hero shirts. So like, you know, that's a lot of money right there.
Damn.
And it adds up, you know. And you know, I bet you can also say like, you know, the amount of money that they're losing for me on like not having a subscription service is like, that's a lot too. But like Blue Sunrise said, like Crunchyroll doesn't have like all these series. Like we talked about, like, you know, you have High Dive as well. There's some series on High Dive that are on Crunchyroll that you got to have High Dive just to watch. So it's like if the more subscriptions we got to pay for this, it's just like some people are just like, you know, why bother? It's like too expensive. And those are the first things that start getting cut out of like a budget. If you got to think about like food, gas, you know, utilities and all that.
Sure.
So for a lot of people, and I said this earlier, I don't know if you missed it, like there are obviously going to be people who pirate and just never like reinvest in other avenues. But like for me, like, yeah, I pull my weight in other ways, as long as it. And to bring up to Angel's point earlier, like if they had a good subscription service that had like, you know, a lot of the anime all the anime, and this is the important one for me, you don't have like idiots and in the localization team like gaslighting me, the audience member, on what the content or like what the original vision was, then I'm more likely to buy it. But that until that changes, it's like, you know, I'm really gonna be opposed to it. And I hate doing that because, like you guys say, I love paying for the official release. Like whenever you guys always hear me say, like, you know, whenever there's an anime movie at the theater, I always go and try to support it. I always like, you know,
Sure,
you know, buy the ticket. So like shit, sometimes like it costs $18 like for the Gundam one. That wasn't covered by A-list. Like I paid the 18 because I genuinely want to support these things. You just have to give me the avenue to do it.
Look, here go name right here. It's like, hey, it's less than a cup of coffee, bro. Just a small monthly payment, dude. Just $15, bro. You use it all the time anyway, bro. The name down there. I hate subscription-based services. I hate subscription-based. Oh man, but yeah, look, this guy up here, somebody up here had said Crunchyroll is literally $5 a month, bro. Everybody, not everybody got $5 a month.
When was it $5? I'm paying $8.
It ain't $5 at all. Yeah, it's I think it's,
I'm paying 12. I'm paying 12 for Crunchyroll right now.
I think I'm paying that. Yeah, I'm paying like I got the highest premium spot, whatever that is.
And that's about $12, $13. I got that too, DA.
Man, but yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how this thing is going right now. So I don't want Japan to, you know, because what's going to end up happening is they're going to start doing more and more stuff with Netflix.
Yep,
that's why they're doing stuff with Netflix.
Yeah.
Well, they got to counteract it somehow. So they're going to say, hey, let's just give it to Netflix because Netflix is going to pay us. We can't get paid because everybody's pirating, so we can't get paid. So now we're going to Netflix. You see those second knockoff effects that people don't think about. And then they mad at Netflix is dominating. Well, Netflix is paying these animators and these creators, and that's how that happens. They're getting the money. And so it's like, well, shit, Netflix is going to pay us. So we're going to go ahead and roll with Netflix and we're going to get a deal with them. And if Netflix say, hey, we got to start doing things more on a Western tip to get more Western audiences in, then that's what they're going to do. Because they can't get it because everybody's pirating them and they're not getting paid. They're losing $38 billion a year. That's wild shit. So that's why I bring this stuff up and say, you guys got to think every time you pirate, you're making it more and more easy for Netflix to come in and gobble these guys up because they want to get paid. Look, y'all can be, oh man, keep it real, keep it East, keep it Japanese, pay them. All right. That's all I got to say. Pay them. And if you don't like Crunchyroll, you don't like Crunchyroll. But I guarantee you, Crunchyroll, if Netflix dominates it, it's going to be a whole lot better. Y'all going to be wishing Crunchyroll was still running it. Netflix about to come up in here and do all kind of woke shit. So that's just like my little public service announcement. Anyway, any last thoughts on that topic before we move on?
Nah.
I'm good.
All right. Let me shift over to this one, man. This one I thought was just it was just funny to me, man, because we've been talking about where comics has fallen off over the years, and now we got one of the big dogs in DC Comics, Jim Lee, says genre diversity gives manga a major advantage over Western comics. It's not just superhero stories. And he's not wrong.
Before you continue, give me 1 second. I gotta grab something.
Go ahead. He's grabbing something.
It gives him an intermission to eat some of them fries.
Absolutely. These fries are great. All right. We are
before you continue.
Go ahead.
Jim Lee, it's not diversity that you're talking. It's not the kind of diversity you're talking about. It's the quality of the story. Reason why manga is winning is very simple. We get to learn about the characters, not about who they are. So when you got a character who's like, I have a goal, I'm trying to achieve that goal. What do I need to do it? That is what brings in an audience. I think Jim Lee needs to learn that lesson quick.
So what Jim Lee is talking about, a little different, but not necessarily off base. He's talking about genre diversity. So what he's saying is DC is just superhero stories, right? That's all it is. It's just superhero stories. It's Superman, it's Batman, it's Wonder Woman, it's Teen Titans, it's Aquaman, it's the Justice League, it's all that stuff. But manga is more than just superhero. It's not just My Hero Academia, okay? How many different genres do we have in anime and manga? Think about it.
Just think about what we were just talking about earlier. We went through Blue Lock, Sakamoto Days, Sword Art Online, Gundam. Like those are like all different genres. Like,
right. We got shonen anime. We got what did we name? We named Mecha. Right. Mecha is in that. Sports anime. Isekai. Right. We named Isekai. That's a genre. There's also drama and mystery, horror, like every genre you could possibly think about. It all exists in manga. It exists in anime. That's what Jim Lee is saying. So here's what he basically is saying. Hey, you know what? We got to start to change it up. It can't just be superheroes. All right. It can't just be superheroes. So let me find his actual quote. And look, Jim Lee has been around for a very, very, very long time with DC Comics. All right, so here I think is this his quote? Yeah. So I read Katsuhiro Otoma's Akira. It was translated and published by Marvel. I read it and then bought the Laserdisc. And then I also read Masamune Shiro's Appleseed. It hadn't been translated, so I really didn't understand the story, but I love the illustrations. And then he goes on talking about Tokyo Pop, how it became a major presence with Viz Media and Dark Horse. And then K-pop obviously is jumping off right now, so that's big. But what he mostly is talking about is everything was different. And this is what he said. The stories told in Japanese manga and anime possess tremendous power. I often wonder myself, what is missing from Western comics and why can't they achieve the same flavor? Also, I think manga has an advantage over American comics. Most American comics are superhero stories. Sales and the majority of readers are concentrated there. Japan is closer to literature, something anyone can read, and it's not just superhero stories. There are stories about cooking, all right? We've seen stories about food wars, all right? You got soccer. Obviously, we got talking about Blue Lock, a much wider range of genres. You could draw stories from that. So basically what he's saying is that comics are kind of pigeonholed into one thing in the West. It's just superheroes. I can't even think like maybe The Walking Dead, where it's not necessarily a superhero but it's like graphic novels, like one-offs, 300, shit like that. That stuff isn't necessarily, superhero related. I'm trying to think of others. Y'all got any others? Those are the ones the two that come off the top of the head. But mostly everything else is just superhero shit. Meanwhile, I said, we just go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, superhero cartoons kind of now are almost like Greek mythology. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
have your
Yeah.
certain gods that you're always speaking about and making stories about just these particular gods and how they either are mean or they're good, and then that's that. That's basically all it is when it comes to these superhero movies. They're either gonna be evil or they're gonna be good. You know what I mean? There's nothing in between that. So, I mean, I totally agree with, what Leah's saying. Like, you need some more diversity when it comes to out west, but out west is who they are. This is their personality. That's what they were raised on, and that's what they know. Just like out in when it comes to anime and manga, I mean, that's their thing. That's what they were raised on. So, I mean, I understand there has to be some diversity, but still, this is what makes each one unique. And it could still be beautiful, even though both are unique in its own way. But it just depends on who is going to appeal to. What type of reader wants to sit there and read about the gods, or do you want to be more animated and more open to different genres? And the way kids are nowadays, they are open to more genres. They're just tired of the old gods. Like, it's over. And I'm not saying it's over for comics, but they're just old school. They're really old school stuff now. Their stories are not relatable to anybody anymore.
The thing is, they've beaten the old niche like a dead horse. They've beaten that thing to death, and they just don't know what else to do anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really not. And then they're telling the same, like they're not creating new characters either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or not to the degree that, like every time you see an anime, all right, it's new. We're not going back and doing like the 15th, I mean, Dragon Ball Z, I was about to say Goku, but we do a lot of Dragon Ball, but I mean, it's again, been around. That's probably the character we see a lot of, but like, we're not getting like multiple iterations of the same characters over and over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting
the mark is not driven by like remakes or like sequels or prequels. Like, there's a market for that, but we talk about like a lot of like new and upcoming anime that have like we Sent It to Be a Hero of that's a new one.
Yeah.
Like that's not had like you can say like, oh, it's like this story, or it's like a variation of that, but that's a completely new like story. That's a new world. Those are new characters for us to get invested into.
Yeah, Budgie Cat, when's the last time you've seen a Western comic book about two aspiring comic book creators starting out? Anime has that. It's called Bakuman. I told T to watch it, but he don't listen. Yeah, I mean, they do so many different types of things. Again, we're just going to get more Superman and Spider-Man over here in the West. We're just going to get more Superman and more Spider-Man. It's like, hey, comics, why don't y'all create new characters? Like, Superman is damn near 100 years old.
Yeah.
Like, are we going to continue? And again, I don't hate Superman. All right. One of my favorite characters of all time. But can we get something other than Superman?
Yeah, that's the problem with. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Steve.
It's kind of, I think you were there for that time I told this to Sci-Fax Angel. It's like you can literally do 100 different things with the genre. Like, for example, the hero genre. You could do 100 different things with that and still be good if you know what you're doing. But when you're just sitting there saying, okay, we're going to make this guy the hero and he's going to do this. And then we're going to make this guy the hero. He's going to do that, but he's going to be like a little bit darker. Like, okay, how many times can you do that without sooner or later hitting that brick wall?
Tony Ilias makes a great point.
Yeah,
most manga actually have an ending.
Dude, like, how many Crisis events has DC had already? Like, it's like every other year. I just hear in the news, oh my god, like, put a word in front of it, Crisis, and then that's their new big event. And Tony's right. I think I don't know if Jim Lee talks about it later in the article, but like, bro, like Peter Parker's like perpetually like 30, like in his 20s and 30s, like he's always like getting like sidelined by a girl. Like, he used to be married to MJ, and then like they completely destroyed that dynamic with One More Day, and they still haven't restored it. Like one you'll have one like you'll have like one like writing team that brings that status quo back, and then the next one comes in and changes it because they want to go in a different direction. That's another problem that comics have. You have like too many cooks in the kitchen, or rather, there's no like streamlined like there's no streamlined plan for like where these characters are going. So that's why it ends up cycling. Whereas like, you know, manga, there's the beginning, middle, and end. And they have assistants to help them with the art. They have an editor to like tell them like, you know, oh, you should do this, you should do that. But it's still like the mangaka's vision at the end of the day.
The only time that's ever worked in Western comics was basically with what's called the passing of the torch. And that would be like with the Batman motif, for example, right? You got Bruce Wayne, who's done it for what, 40, 50 years in the comics. And then all of a sudden you got Terry McGinnis, who nobody really liked until Justice League Unlimited, where he was like, okay, I need to find out why me and Bruce Wayne have blood in common. And then he meets a woman named Amanda Waller, who's like, yeah, I knew he was going to die sooner or later, and a world without Batman wouldn't be right. So in a way, I genetically created you.
I think it's interesting, something that you just, it seems like DC and comics in general is just like a giant, like it's just like arcs, right? It's just like story arcs. It's a bunch of story arcs with no, we got the beginning of this, we got the end of this, and that's it. Like we just got through wrapping up My Hero Academia, right? It has an end. It ended. All right. I think that that's a vital thing. So we know where this story began and where this story ends. And with Superman, where does Superman begin? Well, okay, we could say it begins here, but then there's so many iterations of that same origin story. Same thing with Batman. We got so many different iterations of that same origin story. And manga is just, or in anime, it's just one story. And that's it. There's only one story. There's not like, oh, well, let's look at the story from this angle or from that angle. Like, nah, there's one story. There's a beginning. There's a middle. There's an end. And that's it. All right. Light Yagami, he got a beginning. How did he get to Death Note? We follow him through all of his stuff, everything that he's going through, blah, 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 all the way up to the end. And then it ends and it's over. And you can go back and watch the story again and find little nuances and everything. But there's not going to be another Death Note that's going to come out and surpass that one. And there's not going to be, oh, well, you know, they may remake it, but it'll never be what this is. You know what I'm saying? And that's what comics keeps doing. Comics is constantly trying to reinvent itself. The Western comics, I should say, instead of just saying, hey, we got a beginning, a middle, and an end, and that's it. And I think that's the real strength of storytelling over with the East, with anime and with manga, you know. Just tell us one story, man. Nobody wants to keep going back and forth over the next 100 years, you know, watching Goku go on more adventures. You know, like how many times we gonna watch this? You know, it's just crazy. Yeah, Superman will be 100 in 2038. Think about that, y'all.
Yeah.
They want to make that money. That's all it's about. So, but then plus we're so used to just staying stuck in that lane. Like we don't want to in the West explore. They really don't want to explore anything outside of that content of what they're driving to us. So, I mean, you could have a Superman, but why not make it a Superman story where it's just somebody from an alien, like a new alien planet? He's just an alien, a whole planet worth of aliens, and there's a new Superman. You know what I mean? Like you could be able to captivate the audience in different ways, but they're just afraid to do that because the casual person knows about Batman, but the only thing that they know about Batman is, okay, Batman parents were killed, and we know that that was the birth of Batman. Most people don't know most of the other Batman stories.
Look at this comment. Somebody had put this up talking about this particular situation. Dextero had posted it up. Batman is still fighting the Joker. Yuji or any manga hero has fought and killed their enemies and moved on to bigger ones. They've evolved to new power levels. Batman is still fighting the Joker. It's a joke. He's not wrong, man. And look, I don't mind Batman and the Joker in this forever battle that they got going on. You enjoy it, but at the same time, it's like, man, younger generations are just like, hey, man, number one, Batman wasn't written for me. It wasn't written in my generation. That was written for cats, you know, however many years ago. You know, that again, Batman is another. When did he come out? Like in the 40s, right?
I want to say, yeah, I think it was around the time of Superman, like let's say maybe maybe a year or two after Superman.
Yeah, so I mean, you're talking about Batman right now is pushing, 80, or if not, I think he's already 80. It's just like, man, these characters have been around forever. These kids that are coming up, they love Batman, but it's like, yo, Batman, this is a character that's been made, remade, reimagined. Hey, let's look at the dark version, the campy version, the hilarious version. We've seen every version of this character that we could possibly see. We've only seen Yuji Itadori. How many times have we seen him? We've seen him once. This is it. And once his story is over, we know it's over.
Yeah.
Well, DA, I have to correct you there real quick. You have yet to see James Gunn's version of Batman.
Oh God. Oh God. But yeah, this guy is actually bringing up a good point with his post. Because, for example, with Yu-Gi-Oh, that's a prime example right there. Yugi first off beat Kaiba. He then faced off against Pegasus. He then faced off against a guy named Merrick. He then faced off not only with a guy who basically was trying to summon this world-ending beast, he ended up facing off against the ultimate darkness that basically created the 7 Millennium items. There was no need to tell the story anymore after he got rid of them.
That's the point. You keep going and circling the drain with some of these characters. So I think that's the main thing. Sorry, I'm eating my double stack, but it is a problem that comics has to overcome. Jim Lee thinks, hey, here's what we can do. We can start telling different types of stories. We don't have to just sit on comic books and only tell superhero stories forever and ever and ever. We can start entering different genres in, but our Western audiences going to rock with it because they're locked in on anime now, and anime and manga, they're like, this is where I'm at, you know?
Jim Lee did bring up a good point, and I like that. But the thing is, he's got to. I understand he's trying to dip his toe into what would be considered the deep end of the pool, but he's got to be careful with that, and he knows this. So, like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna come up with a new type of Batman? Well, you're gonna have to basically go, okay, what has this character done that Batman hasn't done? What can he do? And that basically comes with needing creativity. Now, Jim Lee could do that, but I don't think it's going to last too much because of what's been going on.
I mean, I think it could be done, but I think it has to be done by a new company. It has to be done by somebody outside of DC or Marvel that loves stories and wants to tell stories. And that's that. Like right now, if DC or Marvel tries to captivate or, just get the magic that anime is having and manga is having right now, they're going to put agendas into it. That's the stories that they're going to try to put out there, just their agendas. So they're going to feel like, hey, we need to put a trans superhero. We need to put, a bisexual this. Like, those are the stories that they want to tell. And that's the issue. So we need somebody that's just honestly pure of heart that just wants to tell stories. That's all they really want to do. And they have to start doing it now, because right now you want to start catching this generation. You want to catch this generation that is open-minded to different genres. You know what I mean? Because we're still kind of stuck on the old school stuff because that's what we know. And it's not that we're not open to the new things, but we're not at that pace as these young kids are, where they're watching 4 to 5 different shows a week or within a month or so, in regards to anime or even manga. So there's a lot of catching up to do, a lot of creativity that's going to have to happen, but it has to be somebody new.
Yeah,
I agree. All right, let's move on to the last topic. But before we do, we got to thank some more super chatters that came through. Nick Knack for the 10 says, we need to do an Uncle T Devilman live reaction.
Is Uncle T still in the chat?
Really? I thought I saw him in here.
I saw him earlier.
He was in here, yeah. I saw him earlier.
Oh, there he is. Oh shit.
me and T.O. we owe a couple of live reacts for we're doing. I got to do the Star Trek Starfleet Academy reaction, so I still owe folks for that. I don't know if we'll get to Devilman Nick Knack. We'll see about it, but yeah, if we could get to it, we'll do it. If we can get to it, we'll do it. Thank you very much, Nick Knack, for being here, for dropping a 10. Much love to you. We also got another 5 from Everett Randolph. I've always loved Vampire Hunter D. I wish they would make more movies or even a series. Anybody watch Vampire Hunter D?
Never seen it or heard of that before.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, but I've heard nothing but good things.
My cousin, he loves anything with vampire. He told me about this one. I have yet to get around to see it, so that's got to be something I got to look into.
I'll
We
put
need
that
a
on the
Blade
list,
anime.
Everett.
That's what we need, a Blade anime. That would be so sick.
Oh,
right
you
now.
actually you got that. You got there's actually a Blade anime. You just got to look for it.
Oh, you got to point me in the direction for that one, because
if it ain't got Marshala Ali in it, I'm probably not gonna watch it because I still want to see that guy as Blade. I'm sorry, I love Wesley Snipes as Blade, but I'm still mad at the MCU because I wanted to see Marshala. I wanted to see how he do it.
I don't know. I don't think he would have not did it that well. He ain't doing none of his own stunts. You just would have seen him acting.
Yeah.
At least Wesley, Wesley was out there really kicking ass on his own. So
there's only gonna be one Blade.
And then Nick Nack came back with a 5. Thanks for not calling me a dude this time, DA. Look, Nick, I didn't know.
girl.
I didn't know. If I knew, I wouldn't have called you a dude. I didn't know. You got a name of Nick Nack, but thank you for being here, sweetheart. Appreciate you. I'm gonna call you sis from now on, okay? Yeah. So let me update the banner while I do that. We're gonna get to our last topic, but thank you everybody for the support, the super chats. Hit the like button. That'll get some more folks in here as we get to talking about Sentenced to Be a Hero. Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Here you go. All right. Last topic of the night. So we got the anime rankings. And one of the ones that I was looking forward to talking about jumped up in the rankings. We are in week 4 of the winter anime season. And so when you scroll through here, you get the top of anime for week 4. And guess which one popped up in there? Sentenced to Be a Hero at number 5. So Oshinoko, I was kind of surprised to see Oshinoko up at the top, but I'm not an Oshinoko fan like that. I don't know if any of y'all watch it. I don't really watch it. I saw the first season. I was like, not for me. Hell's Paradise is phenomenal. JJK, The Culling Game, Part 1 at number 3. Free Ren. I'm surprised that Free Ren being at number 4. I thought Free Ren would have hiked its way all the way up, but maybe they're saying, well, because Free Ren just came out today. And so 3rd episode. So maybe that's what it is. But then Sentenced to Be a Hero. Sorry, name. I don't see Vigilantes in the top 5, bruh. My bad. It is. Oh, look, it's not even in the top 10. Wait, hold up. It's got to be in the top 10. Oh, there you go. Number 15.
Damn. 1.84%. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's not good.
They
would have got eliminated in Star
bro,
Search.
hey, DA, we all know it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Oh, okay. You said it's gonna
okay.
finish strong. Okay. Hey, look. Sentenced to Be a Hero, to me, the surprise so far. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. The last episode, I think it dropped yesterday. Caught it immediately, watched it. Great series so far. Have you guys caught up to it? Are you up to speed?
Yeah.
Yep.
How you feeling about it?
I love it. I love the little goddess. She be on it.
Yeah, she's funny. This one was a really cool episode because like you have that commander girl. She's starting to like warm up. She's like, it's like at first I thought you were just like, she had this prejudice against all heroes, and then now she's like, okay,
let's just be honest. She was a bitch. She was being a bitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Straight up.
And then now after getting her ass bailed out like twice, she's like, you're not such a bad guy. And like, I think that's like important because like, the plot revelations, like this guy's going to need allies to fight. Like what's ahead.
King is that guy is crazy. Especially in the last episode what he was doing on there with, he was.
Oh,
King
dude,
was
that
He's
dude,
dope.
that episode
He's dope.
was,
He's
he
One
went
second, I'll
beast
be
mode,
right
bro.
back.
That-
Keep talking.
He went beast mode, bro. That was a great episode.
But what's the
When
name
he
of the
was-
other guy that just be going buck wild? Like he just uses up all his
I
powers.
forgot. I know what you're talking about, but that guy is cool too. He's just like crashing out, bro. Like he
He
can't
be
speak.
going
He's
wild, dude. Like he just goes crazy. He kills everybody, and he just you just see him, cool down, and then man. But this last episode was really good. It was a really good episode. I didn't think that King was really good. I don't want to spoil it for people. I haven't seen it, but I didn't think that he was going to do what he did in that episode.
Yeah. They're saying in the chat, Mob and Chris are saying that dude's name is Tatsuya, the guy who goes crazy, but like his mind is so broken. But yeah, that was a great episode.
But I didn't understand kind of the ending of the episode. It looks like I said, I'm not spoiling it. I just didn't kind of understand it. I'm gonna rewatch it again. But
Yeah.
I kind of got confused.
Yeah, no
in the
spoilers. No
episode.
spoilers. We don't do spoilers here. I just want to get like overall reactions. I'm loving it, man. I think it's one of the better series so far. And it surprised me because, like I said, when I first saw it, when I walked out, I saw it at the Crunchyroll Anime Nights preview. I didn't like it. I'll be honest, I did not like it when I walked out of there. I thought it was a really slow burn, and I was like, oh, man, this is just going to be one of those. But it picks up immediately at the end of that little 1 hour at first episode. And then after that, it just goes. And it's like, okay, I'm loving it. I love the goddess. Just like Angel just said, she's hilarious. Give me my head pats and she's good. I like that. I like their dynamic. Her and, oh God, what is his name?
Xylo.
You're right. Silo, her and
Yeah.
Silo. I love their dynamic, man. It's dope. Highly recommend Sentenced to Be a Hero. I think this one is going to be one of those that in about 2 years, folks are going to be talking about. It's going to be on that same level of JJK,
So you
solo
see a movie
leveling.
coming out for this? You think it might come out in theaters pretty soon?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man.
Depends on the arcs, but another thing. Oh, sorry, Angel. Go ahead.
And he was speaking in regards to future-wise in 2 years. I mean, if it gets that popular, it might be in the movie theaters by that time in regards to a certain arc that they're going to play on.
Yeah.
It might work. I mean,
there
that first day if it happens. So
something that's also interesting that this show is doing. It seems like they only have like one song, and they're using it for both the opening and the ending, and it just kind of alternates because like some weeks I noticed they'll open with the song, and some weeks they'll close with it, and I just think that's an interesting choice because usually like when I think of anime, like they have like an opening song and an ending song, but this one it just has like one song, and it's just like they're just kind of alternating like whether they want to do it. And I'm wondering if that's like a creative choice that I need to pay attention to. Like, does something happen? There's like, the song opening at the beginning versus the song like, closing the end. Like, is that like a context clue on like how the episode's gonna go? Like, I'm starting to like wonder about stuff like that.
I'm sure you'll figure it out by the end of the week.
Stacy, have you caught on to Sentenced to Be a Hero yet?
Actually, no. I was kind of like you, DA, when it came to it. A lot of people told me it was like a really slow burn. So I was like, and now I'm hearing about it from you guys. I'm like, okay. I just added it to my Crunchyroll list, so I will be checking that out.
It actually
lately I've actually been just going back to Kenichi, so that's been taking up my time.
It's just the really long first hour episode that you have to get through. That's the slow part. I think like episode 3 was really high energy, like and now it's like I would say episode 2 and 4. It's like a little slower in terms of like the action, but it's like good character and like world building. So like, and it's like it's standard like anime runtime, like 23 minutes. So after you get like past that like hour-long hurdle, it's just a normal like thing that you watch.
It's smooth sailing from there, and the story picks up each week, so you'll enjoy it. I think you'll like it.
Okay,
yeah,
I'll check that out
I agree with Mob. The title hero, basically a hero is kind of like despised.
Yeah,
like you're a hero.
It's like it's a slur in this universe.
It's a slur. Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Shit.
I think it's a great anime, man. I couldn't give it a higher recommendation. If you haven't checked it out, do so. Like I said, I mean, you know, it's up here in the top 5 right now, and honestly, I think it probably needs to be top 3 because I would probably put Free Ren and JJK. You know, maybe battling it out with JJK and Hell's Paradise, but I think I'm not a big Oshinoko fan. I know there's a lot of Oshinoko fans out there, and it is what it is, you know, but it's just not for me. But any of these other ones that you guys catching on to, you know, we saw the You and I are polar opposites. That was a part of that Crunchyroll. The name, did you keep up with that one?
I still need to catch up with that one, but I've seen the other one around. I know the Japanese name of number 7, but like I haven't seen it. But
We talked about Fate, Strange Fate. This was good.
For Taman's B side, I've seen that they place consistently in fan polls, and it's actually cool because like the official account, like the Japanese account, every time like they place really high in the fan poll, they'll type a little English thank you message. So I just think that's cool. Like it's like, you know, it's that simple, Hollywood. Just like thank the fans. Just move on, you know, like you don't got to do anything crazy. Like
okay. Shibo Yugi playing death games to put food on the table. I love the title. you know, like those kind of titles always intrigue me.
Is Brandon watching this one? Because I could have sworn like he mentioned like something like this on his list.
He might have
like,
been.
This seems like right up his alley. And then we got Chain Soldier, of course.
Yep. Journal with Witch. Fire Force, obviously. In the clear moonlight dusk. Oh, look, there's some story, some My Hero, whatever.
Like I said, I think they kneecapped you, man. I think they kneecapped you on that one.
I don't know if any. Look, I think it's actually good. I think I'm actually liking Vigilante season 2 more than Vigilante season 1 right now. Just to be honest with you guys, I am liking that a little bit more. I've been watching this one too. Jack of all trades, party of none. This is actually really good. This is a good little fantasy anime. I think most people that enjoy, you know, if you like Free Ren or, you know, you would like it. You would like it. It's very simple, but it's good. You know, they do a good job with it. You could be in a rom-com with your childhood friends, whatever, you know. Yeah, I haven't watched any of the rest of this. Trigun, you know what? I got to catch back up with Trigun.
Yeah, I got to catch up with Trigun.
Yeah,
too,
definitely.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah. Golden Kamui, I haven't seen that. I know folks was talking that one up, you know. But yeah, the rest of these, I'm like, I think I heard this one is actually not so bad. Look,
that's the one that's for Daily Life of Part-Time Torture. Brandon's really high on that one, so
Dead account is back. Like nobody is checking for this thing. 42nd. I haven't seen the last episode. Have you been watching it?
Yeah, I've been watching it. It's like this episode. He's training. He's just training. He's learning to control his power. So it's like, you know, there's nothing really. Yeah, it's like Chris Bolt said. It's like it's
facts.
It's just JJK. It's just JJK, but with technology.
With smartphones. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
It hits every trope. I said it last week. You got like the Yuji-ish character. You got like the you got the Novara character, the girl. You got like the eccentric like quote unquote Gojo sensei. You got like, you know, that like cool Megumi character. Like it's pretty much JJK.
Look, 'tis time. I know Brandon loved this one.
Yeah, that's another Brandon one.
That's another Brandon classic. Yeah, so all of these anime that's out now, again, I think top 5 is probably what most people expected, but with the exception of Sentenced to be a Hero. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I think it's great. I think it's dynamite. It gets my highest recommendation of the week. All right. So every week, what I try to do is I'm going to watch something, and then I'm going to tell y'all what I think. Jack of all trades probably going to be on the menu next. I'm going to actually try to put some of these that I'm enjoying because I think Jack of all trades is good, fun, and not what I expected. You know, the characters are really good as well, but it can be a little childish, so keep that in mind. But I think it's a really well told story. You know, all right, but that'll do it for me, guys. All right. One more thing I wanted to show is did I bring it up? There's one more thing that I had. Maybe I didn't bring it up, or maybe I did. No, no, that was it. Okay, I hit all the topics I wanted to hit. Fellas, anything you want to shout out? Anything you got? You're gonna watch a new anime? You're gonna try something out? Something that you ain't really thought about, but it's like, yeah, man, I think I'm gonna check this one out, or something that you're watching that you think is being slept on. Like, yo, man, people sleeping on this one. This one's dope and dynamite. This is fire. Anything y'all wanted to shout out? Let's start with Stacy.
Well, I'm actually about to start watching Sentenced to Be a Hero, and probably spend my night watching that and Trigun. So that's my thing right now.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Name anything?
So I was thinking about I was thinking about if I should bring this up when we were talking about Gundam earlier, but they just had like the latest Gundam movie released in Japan, and this brings back I'm doing like a bit of the homework to catch up on it just in case they play it in the States. But going back to like the conversation of globalization, so in the song, like they decided that the opening song for the movie is going to be a SZA song, and then like it came out yesterday that the ending song that they used was a Guns N' Roses song, and I'm like, okay, that's like an odd choice, but
really,
it's just yeah. So like both like opening and ending for that movie, they're just like Western songs, and I was like really thinking about it. It's like it's like why'd they do that? Because like so like there are three classification songs. There's like openings and endings, which like a lot of people know, and then there's also like the third classification, like inserts, which are like songs that you play in the movie. So they commissioned like two Japanese artists to like make songs in the movie, like two songs that play in the movie, and I'm wondering like why didn't they use those? But that was just like something that I was just a little footnote. But so in preparation for that movie, because like the Gundam timeline is like the main series, if you guys want to talk about it, you just hit me up on like my anime list or something. But I'm in the middle of like just trying to catch up, getting the context for it, and I'm watching Zeta Gundam right now, which is really good. I recently wrapped up the original Gundam series. I thought that was solid, but I'm enjoying Zeta more. Like it's very like 80s, it's like the animation's like kind of different, so you gotta get used to it. But I think the storytelling, the voice acting is really phenomenal. So and the themes are still timeless. So even though it's like quote unquote homework, I'm enjoying that aspect. So
dope. All right, finally you, Angel.
I'm gonna try to catch up. Well, I'm gonna start watching Trigon, and then I'm gonna try to open up myself to watching a sports anime. So I'm gonna try to see if I could catch like a soccer one or a basketball anime. So I'm gonna open up for that.
Hey, chat, give Angel your recommendations. All right, so he'll know. Give him a good recommendation. I'm gonna go with Blue Lock. I think Blue Lock is great. Can't go wrong. I think Haikyuu, another good one, probably the better one of the two. And then Kuroko's basketball. All right,
I can find those on Crunchy though, right?
Some of them,
yeah.
I think you can. Yeah, yeah.
I know I watched Kuroko on Crunchyroll. I don't know about the other two.
And
Blue Lock is definitely on. Yeah, huh?
Yeah, Blue Lock.
You said Kuroko is a basketball anime?
Yeah,
Kuroko's basketball.
I might check that one out first because I like basketball, so I want to see.
Angel, have you seen 100 meters? That's the one that came out recently. That's a good one.
I seen it. That was so amazing.
Nice.
It was an amazing story.
But Blue Lock, it's really good. But I'm gonna warn you, Angel. Like this is the thing about like these sports anime, like especially Haikyuu and Blue Lock. Like they don't confirm it, and it's really funny. I think it's funnier that way. But like there's some like low key like sus moments in there. Like, that's the thing I like about these animes. Is like, I don't know if these characters are like which way they swing or whatever. But like it's just funny that like they be doing this shit and then like they just don't make a big deal of it. Like that's all I'm gonna say. It's like it's pretty funny. Like they're like all these like hype and like aura characters, and then like in the locker rooms they be doing like some questionable stuff.
Slam Dunk's on Netflix. I think I've seen that one before.
Slam
Dunk's actually good. Slam Dunk is a classic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Slam Dunk is worth your time. I think this is out of those. I think Kuroko's is better, but that's personal preference. But I like Kuroko's basketball, so yeah, there's that one. So go check that one out. if you so desire.
I will.
Yeah, and then Hajime no Ippo. Yeah, I was saying that one probably the best boxing anime out there. So yeah, Hajime no Ippo.
I actually like
Ace of
Hajime no
Diamonds.
Ippo over what was the one with Gearless Joe in it? What was the name of that one? It's been a long time since I've seen it, but yeah, Hajime no Ippo was better.
Yeah, Ace of Diamonds if you want some baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Ace of Diamonds is good.
Yeah, I want to open up myself to seeing one of those because I mean they look real fun to watch. So, and I'm a big.
You just got to get ready for it to be just it's anime and it's like these joints they got like superpowers damn near.
I know. I'm ready for it. That's what I'm saying. I'm anxious to see one of those. So
okay, this is a bit of an offbeat and it's like really like super vague. But I'm gonna try to recommend a sports anime. There's a Gundam series where they play with like little plastic toys, like because you know how you have like those like model Gundams. So, like,
you're talking about build fighters.
Yeah, build fighters. That's like it's really hard, but they're using those Gundams as like a way to play like esports basically, and it's really fucking cool. Like
okay.
You know, you don't have to know anything about Gundam to watch it. You just think of it as like a tournament arc, like with like a tournament arc style show.
Okay.
Like the more you know about Gundam, the better. Like all you needed to know about Gundam like is that they're just cool robots. Like if you know anything about like prior Gundam series, that's just like that helps you like point out like and go like, oh, Easter egg. But like other than that, it's just a really solid like sports tournament show, and I like it. There's like there's no heaviness of war or like death or anything. Yeah. It's just like it's just like a classic shonen basically. So I would recommend that one. I'm pretty sure that's on Crunchy as well. I think it used to be on YouTube. I don't know if like they took it down or whatever or not, but I would recommend Build Fighters. That's a great one.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
That's how I got into Gundam. It was
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us on Anime Nights. Enjoy your anime weekend. I'm about to jump in and watch Free Ren right now as soon as we log off of this because that dropped today. I'm going to watch Free Ren and try to catch up with the last episode of Dead Account and kind of get caught up with everything. It just seems like once I get to Friday, I got time, but then I know tomorrow, that's like really when my week starts. It's kind of funny because I got like as soon as Saturday hits, I got like now I get to catch up on all of my stuff and get ready to do videos and set up live streams and try to get the topics for the office. It's like, okay, got to get the office topics. I'm usually jumping on George, the Giant Slayer. So it's like when my week starts. It's just like the beginning of my work week ended on Friday. Like my day job work week ends Friday and my YouTube work week starts Saturday. And then it just bleeds into each other, and it's just crazy, man. But yeah, I'm about to get this anime watching going so I can enjoy myself. So one thing I love doing, I say this every week. I'm glad that I'm able to talk about something that I actually love and not be frustrated and pissed off all the time with watching this woke Hollywood shit. It's like, yeah, I get to actually enjoy myself.
I missed the Wonder. I missed the Wonder Man stream. How was that?
It's not a good show, but it's funny. I just got through talking to New Blackstreet about it. And I'll probably talk about it again on Sunday. There were opportunities for this show to be really, really interesting, and they just did the most boring version of the story, and they made it not about superheroes, but about working in Hollywood. What is it like to try to be an actor in Hollywood? Does anybody care about that? No. So why do a movie about that or a story about that? Or
just wasted opportunity.
Yeah, there was a good opportunity for them to do something really clever, unique, and fun. And and I'll talk about it on The Office. I'm not gonna get into it right now. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. I think we went around everything. Oh, Angel,
yes, sir.
On your channel, what do you got coming up? You got anything coming up on your channel?
I did just recently post 2 videos up today, so check that out. I'm probably going to get into some video games tomorrow, and then Monday I'm going to try to do that live stream. I was sick this week due to this weather, but yeah, I'm going to make that happen on Monday.
All right, Cool. Guys, get over there, sub to Angel. He's trying to, get his channel going. So help him out. All right, that'll do it. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us on Anime Nights. We appreciate it.
Wait. Yo, Stacy, you got anything to plug, bro?
Oh shit, that's right, Stacy, you are here. What you got?
Damn, D.
Damn, D.
Now
He's sitting over there. He's gonna crush
that. Now I feel kneecapped. I got a new episode of Marvel Cosmic Invasion tomorrow. New episode of Fairy Tale Sunday. I got a stream planned. I'm going to be doing Mortal Kombat Legacy with. I'm going to be playing basically as much Mortal Kombat as I can within like 2 or 3 hours, but I'm only going to use one character out of every game. New episodes of Sonic Cross Racing and Final Fantasy Tactics next Tuesday and Thursday.
Nice.
Dope. All right, that'll do it, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Everybody have a good one. We will see you back next week on Anime Nights. Hopefully Brandon will be able to make it back. If not, then we'll just see who hangs out with us and we'll chop it up. You guys have a good one. Thank you very much for the support, for the super chats, for everybody. You guys are awesome. We'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.